So in this video, I go down and I talk with my brother at his gym, House of Iron, and we talk a little bit about BMX, getting stronger, and the progression that comes with those two things. So it's a really good video. If you guys want a basic workout plan that we went over in the video, it's in the description. But if you want a more in-depth custom workout plan to get stronger, better, faster, everything like that, I'll put his Instagram in the description. You can go hit him up. I think you'll really benefit from it. But try out this free one that we did, download it, test it out. With that being said, guys, let's hop right into the video. The Dumpster Bomb mission. Growing BMX by making it fun and easy to understand. For some of us, it's an escape. For others, it's a passion. But for all of us, it's a lifestyle. You're gonna love this sport. I'm glad you're letting me teach you everything that I know about it. What's up, guys? So I'm here at the House of Iron gym. This is Brandon. This is my buff-ass brother. And if you come by this gym, you might see him throwing babies, doing push-ups, all kind of punching holes in the wall. It's crazy. But one thing he does, he trains people. And God, I saw one guy like a year ago, and then I came back like yesterday, and that guy was f***ing huge. It's crazy. So it's working. I don't know. But if I wanted you to make me like a training plan for BMX, like I want to be stronger, to do tricks better, and then I also don't want to get hurt as often, could you do that?
Yeah. I mean, I would just do like a simple, something like a 5-day workout split.
Just 5 days?
5 days be plenty.
Why not 7? Like, I want to get really strong.
So, especially since you're doing another sport, you're a BMX rider, you don't want to be overdoing it. If you're already in here working out, it's going to be taken away from your actual practice of like BMX and doing that kind of stuff.
One time I worked out like 3, 4, 5 hours, probably not 5 hours, 3 hours a day. And like, I felt like I was doing a lot, but I could not ride because I was just so sore.
Yeah. Recovery is definitely something that's overlooked in every sport pretty much. I mean, if you're overdoing it and you're not giving your body time to recover, you're pretty much wasting your time. It's counterproductive.
So you sleep like 12 hours a day?
6 at least.
6 hours, you hear that?
6 hours.
Okay, so what are some muscle groups that I should work out? You said like a general plan?
Yeah, so just a normal 5-day split would be fine, I would say. To break that down, it would be something like legs, back, chest, arms, shoulders. So you do one of those body parts throughout the course of 5 days.
Okay, so you mentioned legs. What are some good leg workouts?
So for legs, I like to do one compound movement like squats. You could do it on
I hate squats.
Everyone hates squats. You could do it on like a Smith machine or just a normal barbell back squat. And then you could also do leg extensions and probably hamstring curls. Those are 3 solid ones.
So is that all I should do? How long is that going to take me?
If you only do that 3, it should take you no longer than 35-45 minutes.
Is that a good amount of time?
Yeah, I would say no more than being in here in an hour, especially if you're doing other BMX stuff on those days.
Yeah, I think a lot of us try and ride, like, for me it's 1 to 2 hours a day at the park riding. And then some people just go ride all day. So is it okay to like fit the gym in for 30 minutes on top of that?
Sure, if you can make it work. I mean, I would just stick to hitting the gym 5 times a week and leave those other 2 days for extra recovery.
Okay, before we need to talk about arms, back, shoulders, and chest. But real quick, I reached out to him and I was like, dude, I've been following a workout plan he gave me, and I was super sore all the time with riding everything. And he told me to get glutamine. What is that?
So glutamine is just an amino acid that's going to help you recover.
Changed my life, swear to God. He has like a discount code that he helped me get with the glutamine I bought. We'll put the link in the description, but what is it?
So the company is Gains in Bulk, and they make glutamine, creatine, multivitamins, pretty much everything you need for workouts and recovery.
It was good stuff. I'll leave the link. But anyway, let's talk about my favorite arms because you can't skip arm day.
So you want to do arms or back first?
It doesn't matter.
So let's do back.
I guess it doesn't matter.
For back, I would start with a pull down of some sorts, like a lat pull down, chest. Then I do like a chest supported row, and then I would do probably dumbbell rows or barbell rows. 3 good ones.
Okay, what's next?
Chest, I would start with a fly of some sorts, cable fly, dumbbell fly if you don't have cables. Fly, a compound movement like bench press or dumbbell press, and then I would do another that's like a machine press.
Okay.
So we'll do arms first. For arms, I would start with like just a simple dumbbell curl. Then you can alternate and go to a tricep exercise. So rope press downs are good for triceps. And then go back to another curl of some sorts, like a barbell curl. And then you can finish with another tricep exercise.
On the plan he gave me dips. Don't do dips last because you're dead. You cannot dip. I don't know how he does, but I can't. Like what's a fourth tricep? We probably won't cover it, like and show you how to do it, but you can look it up.
So what we got? Dumbbell curls, rope press downs, barbell curls, and then dips. You could just throw in dips.
No. Okay, dips.
Dips at the end, body weight, 15 reps. Solid.
All right, and then lastly,
Shoulders. So for shoulders, just like chest, I like to start out with like a warm-up movement, which is dumbbell side laterals. After that, you go to a normal pressing movement. You could do Smith machine, dumbbell presses, or just any kind of machine press that you're going overhead. And then to finish shoulders, I like to do some rear delts.
Rear delts. Like what's that?
It's the backside.
What's the workout?
So bent over rear delt swings is what they're called. That's what I always do.
All right. Can you show me how to do some of these?
Sure.
Ooh, let's go. All right, so I did just want to jump in real quick before we get to the rest of the video and let you guys know the rest of this is honestly, it's just me doing the workouts and Brandon kind of walking me through exactly how to do it, and you know, some tips like when you're doing back, use your elbows to drive it back and really work out that muscle. But if you guys kind of know what you're doing in the gym, as much as I want you to watch that whole video so I can get my 4,000 watch hours for YouTube AdSense, you guys don't need to. So if you know what you're doing, you guys, that's it. That first part of us talking, that's really it. Download the workout plan in the description, and I'll save you guys like 12 minutes of your life. But if you guys want some help in the gym, you want to know some specifics and stuff like that, go ahead, watch the rest of the video. There's some me babbling for about 2 minutes at the end, and yeah, okay. So here's the video. Sorry.
All right, next muscles we're training is arms. So the first thing we'll start with is seated alternating dumbbell curls. So just sit here. When you're doing these, you want to think about keeping your elbows back. So you don't want to pull them up this way because then you're using more shoulder than bicep.
Too much weight.
Yeah, probably. So you're here. Start with them this way. And as you're coming up, twist it up. Yep. Back down, and then just alternate. There you go. Alternate. There you go. So, and then when you're training arms, I generally stick to higher reps on everything just because it's a smaller muscle. Using too heavy a weight on smaller muscle is really, I mean, you'll start getting like tendonitis, stuff like that.
I saw a video of a guy curling like 100 something. He went like this, and you could see his muscle.
Yeah. It's not good. Just stay to the lighter weight, higher reps. With these, I would say anywhere from 12 to 15. That's what I would say for any arm exercise, whether you're doing triceps or biceps. Anywhere from 3 to 4 sets. Next is triceps. All right, next is triceps. With this one, this is just a really standard push down. So you literally grab up there, come down. You want to keep this part of your arm still, and then you're literally just moving right here, okay? Come back down, squeeze at the bottom, squeeze at the bottom. That's really it. Once you start coming up here, you'll start cheating a little bit. The easiest way is just keep that stuck right there, extend, and extend. Just like that. With these, same thing, a little around 15. I would just say 3 sets of 12 to 15. All right, next thing for arms is just a standard preacher curl. This is also another very self-explanatory exercise. Yep, you're here. You just want to let it come down. You don't want to straighten all the way, probably right about there, and then you're just curling it back up. And think about keeping your wrists flat. So don't let it hang out that way. You want to keep them flat. There you go. Curl back up. Straight biceps. With this, you can go a little bit lower reps, but I would stick to around 10 still. 3 sets of 10 should do it. Just use a heavy enough weight to where you're getting close to failure.
Not too heavy.
Yeah, not too heavy to where you're yanking it up, swinging too much. But yeah.
Shoulders.
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 All right, next muscle group we're doing is shoulders. So the first thing I like to do when I'm doing shoulders is just a normal side lateral. So you're sitting here, chest up. Keep your arms pretty straight. Go straight out. Come back down, nice and controlled. That's where you can really make this exercise harder, is on the way down. Control it. There you go. With these, stick to a little bit higher. It's kind of like the same thing you're doing with the flies when you're doing chest, kind of warming everything up. Anywhere from 3 sets of 12 to 15, I would say. Cool. All right, next for shoulders is a press of some sorts. Today we're doing just a normal machine press. So you can pick which grip you want to do here. If you're doing this one and you're pressing up, you're using a little bit more of your front delt here. This one, or this grip, is kind of more of all around, so that's the one I would stick to. So with this one, you're just literally chest up, pressing up. Yep, right there. And then anything with shoulders, to make it a little bit harder, you can control the negative like that. So you press, and then you can do like a 5-second negative, 4, 3, 2, 1, back up, anything like that. I would do on these probably 3 sets of 10, maybe 12, but right in there somewhere. All right, last thing for shoulders is rear delts. So that is this part of your shoulder back here. So when you're doing these, you can do them chest supported on a bench, or you can just bend over like we're doing here. So you're here, let it hang straight down, and then you're pulling out this way. So when you pull out, there.
Oh, God.
Feel it right there?
Yes.
So then you just swing back out. So you want to think about using this part of your shoulder, not traps. So you could probably even bend over a little bit more. There you go. And then just swing right there. There. And with these, you want to stick to higher rep range. If you want to really make it burn, do around 15 to 20.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for rear delts. Good little burn. So the first exercise was squats, hopefully with a little more weight. But first thing I would say to do is have your chest up, keep everything locked in, and as you go down, drop your hips back. It's the biggest thing I see people do is keep the hips forward and mess up their knees, yeah, like that. So hips back, drop it back. You're working your quads, a little bit of glutes. You want those strong when you're pedaling, you know, strength and endurance for the pedaling. For squats, I would say do reps anywhere from 10 to 12, and I would just stick to about 3 to 4 sets.
Oh, what's next?
Leg extensions. All right, so the next exercise is leg extensions. This is a very self-explanatory exercise. Grab the handles, pull everything in tight, extend your leg. Yep, right there. And at the top of the rep, you want to squeeze your quads, let it come back down nice and controlled. You don't want to be slamming it around. Go back up, control, back down. That's pretty much it. You can do things like point your toes out. It's going to work outer outer quad. But for leg extensions, I would generally stick to a little bit higher rep, around 12 to 15, and I would stick to no more than 4 sets, 3 to 4 right in there somewhere.
What's next?
Next is hamstring curls. All right, so the next exercise we talked about is a hamstring curl. There is many different variations to this. This one here is a single leg standing hamstring curl. So what you're gonna do here is you're bracing on your left leg, and then you're literally just curling up with your opposite leg. So there, the only thing to make sure you're doing when you're doing hamstrings is keep your hips forward. So see how you're arching it back, keep your hip forward, and then you just curl it up. You'll feel more hamstring, yeah. So you don't wanna stick your butt out because then you're using more glute. But right there. With these, I would stick to pretty much the same sets and rep. 3 sets of 10 to 12. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so the next muscle group we're doing here is chest. When we do chest, I like to loosen everything up just with some flies. So that's all this exercise is, to kind of warm everything up. So yep, grab your handles, step out. Just one step. I like to keep my feet staggered like this, just so you can balance yourself. When you're doing these, you want to focus on keeping your chest up, squeezing down. So at the bottom of the rep, you want to squeeze your chest. Yep, so you're squeezing here, letting it stretch back up. Squeeze back down. There you go, just like that. With these, keep the reps a little higher, around 15. 3 sets of 15, I'd say. Yeah. Next. All right, so after you have warmed up with some flies, I like to do some kind of pressing motion. You can do barbell, dumbbell. Today we're doing barbell. So with these ones, grab, you're taller, so I'd put your ring finger on this line here. Yeah, right about there. And with these, you just want to do them nice and controlled. No stupid throwing the weight around. So right there, come down, touch your chest, straight back up. Yep. And when you're doing these, you just really want to think about actually using your chest. If you're weak doing these and you start to fail, you want to push your shoulder up and do anything you can just to get it going, but nice and controlled. With these, I would go a little lower, probably around 8, and just a little bit heavier than normal, like what you would do on flies or something like that. More for strength. Yeah. All right, next exercise for chest, I like to do after you've done a fly and a pressing movement, another pressing movement, but on the machines. Push your feet out, grab under. With this, you want to keep your chest up. Push straight up, squeeze at the top, net back down. Don't go too low because then you're putting extra stress on your shoulder. So you want to stop about there and then just press back up. Come back down, press back up. With this one, reps a little bit higher, probably around 12. So stick to 3 sets, 12 reps. That's good. All right, so the next exercise group you'd want to do is your back. So with this one, this is just a normal chest supported row. So you could compare this to pulling up on your handlebars. If you use these top grips, pretty much the same thing. You're using your back muscles all the time like that. So with this one, you literally just want to let it stretch at the bottom of the rep. So yeah, scooch that back a little bit. So at the bottom of the rep, you're stretched, keep your chest up, and you pull back. And with working back, you want to think of elbow drive. So don't just pull your arms. Think about driving your elbow back as far as you can. Oh. So elbows back. Ooh. Yeah, more back.
It's a whole different, that last little bit.
So with these, I would say stick to 3 sets of 12, maybe 10. Go a little bit heavier if you want to, but 3 sets of 10 to 12 right in there somewhere. All right, so the next exercise is just a normal lat pull down. If you don't have this at your gym, you can replace it with just a normal pull up, but these are better just because you can really isolate. So with these, you just want to grab probably right in the middle. You don't want to grab too close, too far, right in the middle somewhere. And then with these, you want to really focus on keeping your chest up. chest up, and then just pull the elbows straight down using your lats right here. Then let it stretch back up. You want to keep constant tension, pull back down. There you go. So yeah, you're using mostly lat, a little bit of bicep here. Again, you're pulling. You could think about pulling on your bars. With these, I would stick to.
Bars are up here. I'm doing something wrong.
You're back flipping. With these, I would stick to the same thing, about 3 sets, 12 or 10 to 12 rep range, right in there somewhere. All right, so the next exercise is dumbbell rows. There's a lot of different ways you can do these, but my favorite is just bracing against the rack here. When you're here, I like to keep the hips squared, so this way. Keep the pressure on the foot that you're going with, the same arm you're going with. At the bottom of the rep, most important thing, let it stretch everything down this way, and then pull back up. Okay? Stretch back down, pull up. The stretch is the really important thing when you're doing these. Same thing as everything else when you're doing chest. You want to keep the chest, or when you're doing back, you want to keep the chest up. Yep, there. And then when you go, you want to let it stretch, and then you're pulling everything back, squeezing right here. Yep. Stretch back down, chest up. There you go. Just like that. And you're using a lot of your lat right here to pull straight up. A little bit of bicep again because you're pulling. So when you're doing these, I like to stick to a little bit higher rep range. 3 sets again, probably 12 to 15, right in there somewhere.
Yeah. All right, guys, so that is going to be the end of the video. And if you made it this far, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you. We hit 1K a couple days ago, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. You know, my true supporters who comment on everything, watch all the videos, and hang out with me in the lives. I'll talk about that in a second. But I also wanted to give a huge shout out to Brandon. If you guys got any value from this video, give it a thumbs up, but also go follow him on Instagram. He's working on some great things, and I'm so proud of him. I also really appreciate him taking the time, letting me use his gym, and going over this with me so we can help you guys out. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to 3 guys that were hanging out with me in the live. It was hard to pick 3, but I just randomly picked some, okay? So Carlos Guzman, David Dunn, and Dagan and Traven BMX. I hope I said that right. These were some of the guys that were hanging out with me last Saturday, asking me questions. We were talking about things like the Instagram update, pancakes versus waffles, bike stuff, you know, all that. It was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna start doing it every Friday. So if you guys want to come hang out with me, there's a live. It's going to be an upcoming live on my channel. And you just head over there. You get notified when I go live, and Instagram will send you an update. So you can come hang out with me for an hour, ask any BMX question you have, and it's going to be a lot of fun. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me on my channel. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.